you've visited China in various capacities. So what has stood out most from those encounters? And also, what would you like to say to those who have never been to China before?
One, the depth of the tradition and culture and history. The other striking thing here on this trip has really been more about the future compared to when I was here 15 years ago. Beijing is so green and the air is so much cleaner, and it shows how quickly a city can transform itself into a green city. And it's inspired me to think about how can we make the humanitarian movement more green? How can we look to China for leadership about how we bring more renewable energy, solar power, wind power into the humanitarian supply chains? I didn't stop believing in climate change just because of the results of a few elections recently. It is a huge threat to all of us, and I think Beijing is showing a different path. So my plan is to come many, many more times to China in the role. It's been too long since the Undersecretary General for Humanitarian Affairs visited, and too long for me personally since my last visit. And I want to build up a relationship based on trust and dialogue and partnership. There is a real leadership role for China around the disaster response effort globally. I realized this when I saw those teams in Myanmar, but I also realized it when I visited the Ministry for Emergency Response Management, and to see the preparations that they have developed and the expertise of the Chinese first responders. I thought, the world needs this. We need that support from China and that leadership from China. I would like to see in the coming decade thousands of young Chinese humanitarians joining the humanitarian movement. I'd be very excited to recruit more Chinese talent to that effort.